What's up, guys? Welcome back to Third Floor Arcade. This is Jason, and today I'm going to do an updated game room tour of the Third Floor Arcade. I recently made a few changes up here since the last tour, which is a few months ago. I added 2 new cabinets, the Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 and Pac-Man Plus cabinets from ARCADE1UP. I also sold the first Capcom Legacy cabinet, the one with the World Warrior artwork on it. And I slid the classic Golden Tee cabinet in its place, which is over there in the left-hand back corner. But the most changes in the game room recently has taken place over in this corner here. You got the 2 freshest cabinets in the room. You got the Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, which just looks awesome in my opinion. This one's still available, I believe. And it's just an amazing cabinet. It's got the same game lineup as the MK2 Legacy, but you just have that Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 artwork, which just looks awesome. Love the skulls there on the marquee. And you got that really unique light up front panel there below the control deck. There's Midway classics on here, just never get old. You got Rampage, Wizard of War on there. You got the 3 Mortal Kombat. It's just a great overall cabinet. Then in the middle, that's one of my older machines. That's the limited edition Marvel Superheroes. It's got the 3 games, Marvel Superheroes, X-Men Children of the Atom, and The Punisher, which is an amazing early 90s beat 'em up. This one has the Sanwa sticks on there, Sanwa buttons. ARCADE1UP did a really good job on this cabinet. That's one I'm definitely not going to sell. Then we got the Pac-Man Plus. This is originally an exclusive to, I believe it was Sam's Club. And I picked this up for just $199. This also has that light up front panel. It's got the 12 Bandai Namco Classics on there. Love the tilt of the tilted back monitor, and it's got a wood grain side panel look, which looks pretty cool. So here we got the cluster in the middle of the room here. As you can see, I got an empty spot behind the Street Fighter cabinet there. Hopefully some new titles come out where I can fill that spot. Then we got the Yoga Flame. This is the Capcom Legacy. This is the newer design from ARCADE1UP. I think these 2 cabinets here look awesome, the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and the Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition Turbo. The Street Fighter machine has an epic game lineup. It's just a perfect mix of fighting games, shooting games, and beat 'em ups actually on there. Got the molded coin door. And I just love the artwork on this Yoga Flame machine. Just check that out. Got all the characters there. This light up marquee is just flawless on this one. And the Marvel vs. Capcom 2, they actually just announced the online play for Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I've been waiting for that for a while now. This one just has an epic game lineup of some of the best arcade fighting games of all time, in my opinion. You got like X-Men vs. Street Fighter, Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter, Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Just a beautiful machine. It's got the molded coin door on there and the kick plate. Love the artwork on the side there. It looks pretty sweet. And just like the Yoga Flame, this one just has a really nice light up marquee. Not washed out at all on there. Look for me on the online lobbies, Third Floor Arcade. Definitely down for some matches. Then behind the Marvel vs. Capcom machine, we got the Retromania Wrestling. This is the iiRcade. I probably got like about 150 games on there, I would say. I just love the overall quality of this. Got the booming stereo system on there. Here we got the classic Golden Tee cabinet from ARCADE1UP. It's got the 4 titles on there. You got Golden Tee 97, 98, 99, and 2K. It's actually the oldest machine up in the Third Floor Arcade from ARCADE1UP. I think I've had that for probably over 3 years now. That trackball in there has held up pretty well. And man, that cabinet just brings back so many great memories of playing those Golden Tee games back in the bars and arcades. And beside there, you got the X-Men. This is the 4-player beat 'em up cabinet. It's also got Captain America and the Avengers, and also Avengers and Galactic Storm on there as well. You got that light up control deck. Looks pretty cool. It actually changed colors. Came with the matching X-Men stool. As far as ranking the 90s beat 'em ups, I would say that X-Men beat 'em up probably ranks as probably my second favorite beat 'em up game, behind the TMNT game from 1989. And to the right of there, we got the Ridge Racer driving machine. This is the only driving machine up in the third floor arcade. It's got the 5 games. You got Ridge Racer 2, you got Rave Racer, which is playing right now. You got Ace Driver, which is a pretty sweet game. And you got Ace Driver Victory Lap. And probably one of my favorite things with this is the steering wheel with the rumble feature. ARCADE1UP actually did a pretty good job with the wheel on there. The pedals are a little bit cheap. That's probably my major #1 complaint with that cabinet. Also, the speakers on there definitely need some upgrading. Then we got the Big Buck World Machine from ARCADE1UP. This is their first light gun shooting cabinet, featuring the Sinden light gun technology. This one just has a ton of replay value. As far as complaints with this, just wish it had a bigger screen, and I wish it was taller. And as far as light gun shooting cabinets, I know Time Crisis has been heavily rumored to come out this year, but I'd love to see a Lethal Enforcers, or maybe like a House of the Dead as well. A couple of my other favorite shooting games from the arcades. Then we got the Big Blue Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition cabinet with that extra large light up marquee. It just looks awesome. This one's packed with the 12 Capcom Classics, including some of my personal favorites, like Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo, which is playing right now. It's just a super addicting game. Also has Knights of the Round, a really good beat 'em up from the early 90s. Came with that light up control deck. It's got that matching stool. I think that one's a pretty good addition to the third floor arcade. Always was a big fan of the Big Blue release. Here we got the Atari Star Wars cabinet, one of my favorites, and probably the most quality machine ARCADE1UP has done so far. This one's like 2-3 years old. I know they have a newer release of this just recently. This one has the 3 games. You got Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, and you got Return of the Jedi on there. Just a huge fan of the quality of the flight yoke they used here. ARCADE1UP did a really nice job with that. And I bought this Star Wars stool on Amazon to go with it. But man, this cabinet just brings back so many memories from the 80s. Just one of my personal favorites from that decade in arcade gaming. Then we got the Frogger cabinet in the corner. This is that version that had the light up marquee, the light up control deck, and then you got the matching Frogger stool. It's got the 3 arcade classics. You got Frogger, Time Pilot 84. Just an underrated cabinet, and this one actually got a ton of gameplay over the past couple years, especially whenever I have company over. Seems like everybody wants to play Frogger. We got the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cabinet. I added that light up marquee from the ARCADE1UP website. Goes perfectly with their machine there. It's got the 2 games. You got TMNT, the original arcade classic from the late 80s, and you got Turtles in Time. Just one of my favorite beat 'em ups ever. That, X-Men, and probably The Simpsons are probably my top 3 beat 'em ups from the 90s. And in the middle here, we got the Atari Pong Pub Table. Another really nice release from ARCADE1UP. It's got the 8 Atari Classics. You got Pong, Pong Doubles, Quadra Pong, Warlords, which is epic on this, especially 4-player. Pong Sports, Circus Atari, Super Breakout, and Tempest. And I just love the 70s look of this. It's great to have something to put cell phones and drinks on as well when people are up here. This is definitely a huge addition to the third floor arcade. Super happy with this purchase. And the spinners on there actually work pretty good as well. So over here in this corner, we got the Neo Geo MVSX, one of my favorites. I've done a ton of videos on this. This still remains one of my favorite machines in the home arcade. It's got the 50 Neo Geo Classics. It's got that beautiful light up marquee. I know it wasn't perfect. The controls could have been better on there, but overall, I'm a huge fan of the MVSX. It's got that molded coin door. Definitely recommend the MVSX if you're planning on starting a home arcade. Then we got the 4-player Simpsons machine, another great one from ARCADE1UP. I know I got this one on sale. I think I paid like $2.99 for this, and that's the version with the stool, and it came with a Simpsons tin sign as well. It's got Simpsons Bowling, which has a ton of replay value, and of course you got that that classic beat 'em up from the early '90s. Big fan of that machine, especially at that sale price. I think that was definitely a good buy. Then we got the Golden Axe, the Revenge of Death Adder machine. This is definitely one of my top cabinets in the game room. Always been a huge Sega fan, especially with Golden Axe. Love Golden Axe. And this one had the 5 Sega Classics on there. You got the original Golden Axe, which I remember playing in 1989. I was about 7 or 8 years old when that came out. Just a huge fan of that. You got Golden Axe, Revenge of Death Adder, the original. You got Altered Beast, Shinobi, and Wrestle War. And I noticed this one, I'm not sure if it's still on sale, but I know this past week that was on sale for $3.99. And it's definitely worth that price tag in my opinion. Then we got the TV in the middle. I got right now I got Blazing Lasers playing on there. But as far as what's next for the third floor arcade, I'm definitely waiting on new titles. I know they got the deluxe cabinets coming out, but I think I'm going to pass on those. I'm really just waiting on new titles. A few on my wish list as far as driving machines. I'd love to see Daytona USA or Cruising USA. Shooting cabinets. I'd love to see Time Crisis. I know that's heavily rumored. House of the Dead would be cool. Lethal Enforcers. I'd love to see an NHL Open Ice if they're going to do another sports cabinet. And as far as fighting machines, I'd love to see a Tekken cabinet. That'd be pretty sweet. And then definitely a Street Fighter Alpha. I think that would be like my holy grail if they ever release that. Well, let me know in comments below. What cabinets would you like to see from ARCADE1UP in 2023? Alright guys, thanks for checking out the third floor arcade. Please like and subscribe. I have a ton more videos coming. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.